Don't be like Ron, because we don't need another Ron Brain, that's for sure. Okay. And also, sitting in the Country FM commentary box, the manager of Buckley's Gaming Centre, and he rates himself as a bit of a commentator as well. He's had a bit of a go a couple of weeks ago with the largest man in local football, Dick Philpott. He's back again because he's hungry for another go, and he's also hungry to see one of his mates playing in the senior side today at Bannockburn. Peter Walker, good afternoon and welcome to Country FM Football.
How are you, Jace? Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Peter.
A lovely day out here in downtown sunny Bannockburn.
Well, it's a fantastic day for football if you're a duck or a dog, but it's going to be a bit tough for both sides this afternoon. There's a lot of surface water on the Victoria Park Oval, and we've seen in the reserves only 13 goals kicked between the two sides. So it's going to be a big struggle. We see the Corio side out on the ground already and running in front of us, and a couple of interesting players there. One of them that will be familiar to many Country FM listeners, Alan Woodman, who's played at numerous clubs. In fact, Bannockburn was one of his old and former clubs. He's come from Anglesea this year, playing with Corio and being the coach at the Devils this year. And John, have you ever played against him?
Have played against Alan, and has got the biggest fist I've ever seen. It come about 2 inches from my nose one day, and I thought, here it goes.
You're in the ruck against him, were you?
No, just minding myself and pull back. So, no, he's very competitive, Alan, no doubt about that. He takes it upon himself to run and lead by example, and he makes sure that his charges also do the same.
He's got a young side out there this afternoon with him at Corio, and one of the players who interests me, who didn't play the last time we saw Corio, it was Joel Hayes, who will be wearing number 3 this afternoon, and won the under-18 best and fairest last year in the Geelong District Football League, and I believe he played last week with Corio in the seniors and played very well. He's back again today, and he'll be another player to look out for. The Bannockburn side not yet out on the ground, and the team manager's looking at the watch already. He's a bit worried that whether the Bannockburn side's going to get out on time. That could be a fine for Bannockburn if they keep going like this. No, I'm just joking. He's looking at me. Peter, we haven't seen Bannockburn this year yet. I've seen Corio. What are your thoughts on the match, and can Bannockburn keep their winning streak intact? They've only lost one game in the last the last season and a bit, and unfortunately for them, that game was the grand finals last year. So,
yeah, mate, I think their biggest strength is their depth. I was just in the rooms before, just seeing themselves, get pumped up a little bit. But when you look at their resi side, like they've had, with the conditions, the ground is in very good nick too, by the way. It's got a little bit of water on it, but it's quite pleasant out here. And they've still won by 7 or 8 goals in the resis. They're on top of the ladder in the resis. Let's call them on top of the ladder in the ones. Because, when you look at it, they've got a fairly healthy percentage at 155%, not too far away from the Burb boys. I think they're strong. They're in there saying that there's a couple of guys not playing, but obviously this kind of weather, we've had about 80 or 85 points overnight, and it's still drizzling here a little bit, but a few of the reserves players, they look talented enough to play ones, and they were moving the ball quite well. I think we'll have a bit of a crackerjack game, actually.
John, you've not been around a club situation for a while, but you've obviously been looking at the GDFL over the last few weeks. Bannockburn and Corio. Corio have been a little bit inconsistent at the start of the season, but obviously with a young side you'd expect that. And Bannockburn once again continuing on with their winning ways.
I think so, yes, Jason. The way Stormy Winter's got them all set up too, they run to position well, and they do team well as a, they work well as a unit. Corio, that's probably because of the inexperience. They don't know where to run properly as yet. That'll come to them though, no doubt at all. They are, but they do run very hard, Corio. Alan Woodman would not expect anything less than 110%. So it will be a good game as long as they can match their runners and go one-on-one with each other. It should be quite a good contest.
Now, we've just seen the Bannockburn side run out on the ground, led by Christian Shaw, who will be a prime mover for the Tigers in midfield this afternoon. And we're having a look at... they've actually lost a few players from their grand final side of last year, but have picked up a few new ones. And one of them is Dan O'Bree, who's come from the Central Murray Leagues, playing his first game today for the Bannockburn side. And he's actually the brother of the GDFL League physiotherapist, Greg O'Bree, and he's one of Peter's mates. And Peter, where will he line up on the ground?
I'd say he'll probably line up half-forward flank. I might give him a run on the ball a bit later. It's probably going to be a bit difficult, being new to the club. He came down Thursday night for his first training, I think, and he'll find it a bit hard to find his ground as far as names and that kind of thing goes. But I can assure you, he is the type of guy that runs fairly straight at the ball. So he could be a good start running out against Corio. Yeah.
Well, the Tigers have lost their their leading goal kicker from last year, Shane Andrews, who's gone to play at Bell Park. But they've got back Jason Habib, who played 2 seasons ago for the Tigers, and he's currently kicked 16 goals for the Tigers, and Ronnie Pilgrim has kicked 18. So they've got a fairly consistent forward line. Ronnie, an evergreen player. He must have played nearly as many games as you, John, I think. He's been around for a fair while.
I think he'd be close to that. He was welcome back after a year at Western Peters as well, where I think they were really impressed with Ronnie out there in the GFL, so that's obviously been a good experience for Ron. He's always been that sort of player, he gets the ball within 40, he knows he's not supposed to handball within that arc, and he loves to have a shot from anywhere. He's very good.
He's had 9 kicks last week against Geelong West and has kicked 7 goals, so he certainly doesn't waste his kicks when he gets them. And another player that's will be closely watched today is Kevin Connors, who is actually the assistant coach at Bannockburn this season and has come from Bell Park and has been in pretty good early season form, so he'll be another one to watch this afternoon for maybe the guest video Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Player of the Day. The 3 commentators up here, yours truly, Peter and John, will be giving 3, 2 and 1 for the guest video Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Player of the Day at the end of the day, and we've had a few big-name winners. Last week we saw Andrew Reuter from Eastern Suburbs clearly best on ground, and Chris Kelly the week before for Bellpost Hill. And that man from Thompson, Andrew Atchison, won it in round 1, and you'll be hearing a little bit of him on Country FM football this year as well, because one of the stars of the Geelong District Football League. So, Peter, you're going for Bannockburn this afternoon?
Yeah, I think Bannockburn, on record should be a little stronger. It will really come down to discipline, and I don't mean losing your cool type discipline. I mean it's the first chance anyone's had to play with a slippery ball. The team that kind of picks to those conditions the quickest and doesn't, like looking through the reserves, they were kicking the ball off the ground a lot when there probably wasn't the need. I think if they can keep their hands on the ball for as long as possible and move it round, I think that'll be the team that'll push off. And I think with a new coach at Corio and a fairly young side, against a seasoned guy like Stormy and a team that have played very well together over the last couple of seasons, I think that might be the difference. The experience might just take over after half-time.
John, your selection this afternoon?
Yes, I think Bannockburn by 7 goals, Jason.
Oh. Well, you are Ronnie Brain, aren't you? Bannockburn by 7 goals, even with the rain.
Even with the rain, I think they'll just perform a bit better.
Well, I'm going for Bannockburn, but I think it'll be a very close match, and I must have predicted the rain during the week because I said Bannockburn by 3 goals during the week, and I'll stick with that, I think. It's going to be a fairly close tussle, I think, this afternoon, a bit closer than what it would have been if it had been a fine day.
I tell you what, looking through the match day report, guys like Brian Coughlin, don't they know their football?
Yes, Cogs has gone for Bannockburn by 8 goals this afternoon, and he is the self-appointed East Belmont legend and will be listening, I believe, at Winter Reserve this afternoon.
He's an unbelievable man.
Well, last week he didn't muck around. He picked Eastern Suburbs last week by 101 points, so he certainly tells us what he really thinks about football. Just about to begin the GDFL Match of the Day, round 5, here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn and Corio, and the Bannockburn side going to their places on the ground. And Peter, I might just get you to lean over to the Bannockburn coach's box and just ask maybe who number 59 is at centre half back, because we haven't got him down listed in the program. So
I'll get him.
You'll get him. And the Corio side still in a huddle. Alan Woodman talking to his youngsters, and a few of the boys in the middle for Bannockburn. Kevin Connors looks like he'll be starting there. Nigel Tresize will be in the ruck for Bannockburn, and Christian Shaw will be in the middle also, and Clinton Shaw in the middle. Peter, you've done the homework.
Yeah, Nathan Clyden.
Nathan Clyden is wearing 59 instead of 13. Thank you for that. So for anybody at the ground listening, Nathan Clyden is in 59 and not 13, and looks a fairly big lad as well.
Yeah, and what it really pleases me with young Nathan, because he's gone to centre half forward, and the Bannockburn boys have been round flogging these tickets, and I've drawn him in to kick the first goal. So
well, that's okay then. So you'll be barracking for him.
I'm barracking for number 59. Yeah,
he's on Mick Howard, one of the veterans at the Corio Football Club. He's playing at centre half back. Alan Woodman to start in the middle for Corio in the ruck. Matthew Cullen in there, also Paul Baker and Joel Hayes on the wing, and that's a very close wing on the other side. And Kelvin Keating in the middle also for Corio. So just about to start. So Bannockburn, the selection this afternoon in the Country FM commentary box to win GDFL Match of the Day round 5 and stay undefeated. And it's a fairly big Bannockburn half-back line as well, with Gary Tillman at centre half back and Robbie Henderson on the half-back flank. And the Corio side all their players bar Barry O'Toole at full forward up on the half-forward flank. So trying to keep that forward line open. The umpires this afternoon, Mark Hockey and Cameron Duthie. And Mark Hockey holds the ball aloft for the start of the GDFL match of the day. He's going to throw it up straight away from the first bounce. Woodman and Nigel Tresize. Tresize goes up early. Woodman gets his left hand to it, comes out towards half forward. Toolman getting back for Bannockburn. Handball under pressure, but he gets back and gets his own footy. Gives it back to Paul Wentworth. Short little kick out's okay. Clinton Shaw takes the mark. Wants to keep moving the Bannockburn style of play. Goes wide with his right foot kick towards Wentworth and the boundary line. The boundary line will win at half forward on the members' side. And we're going to have our first throw in. And boundary umpire Brad Smith, who's actually been in 4 of the 5 GDFL match of the days. He loves the cameras and loves the commentary. He's back with us this afternoon and throws it in. Tresize gets it down to the front. Connors handballs out to Clinton Shaw. He shuffles it out to Matty East. Shepherded by Christian Shaw, gets his left foot around the corner up towards Wayne Colliger, but taking a safe mark there is I think might be Keith Stokey actually. Gets into the middle and Matty Cullen takes the mark for Corio. He goes wide towards half forward, tried to measure the pass, chopped off though, kick off the ground by Henderson out towards the half-back flank, and Joel Hayes right next to him, on the ground close to the boundary line, and a boundary throw in at half forward for Corio.
This boundary umpire about to spin the ball back into play. Once again, Tresize and Woodman going up. Tresize in the front, Woodman uses his bulk, backs it over the top, comes out to a Bannockburn player there. Long kick into the middle, a handball. Clinton Shaw tries to force it forward. He does well there. Big Jungle Howard dives on top of a fella. He hasn't got it. The umpire doesn't pay that. It should be a ball up in the middle of the ground.
Jungle Howard.
Jungle, thick and dense. Jungle.
Jeez, I hope you know him personally.
I do know him personally, yes. Tresize again. Woodman will be just too strong there, so the Bannockburn players will have to feed off him there. Ronnie Pilgrim picks up the ball and goes onto the half-forward line. Well done by the Corio fella there. He stopped that play. Bannockburn trying to force it forward. Connors gets it out. That's a beautiful handball. Sets it up there for Habib. It's gone over the back, though. That was, who's that down there? 40, I can't even read that from here.
46, Rick Harding.
Rick Harding for the Bannockburn side.
Well, he paid the mark there or paid the free kick?
He paid the mark.
He paid the mark.
Don't think it was a mark, really. I would be very upset if I was playing at fullback and that had happened. But young Rick Harding's going to line up, kick the first goal for the day. He shouldn't miss from there.
Oh, don't say that on a wet day, John. Jeez. Harding, 10 metres out, 45 to
No worries at all. Straight through. That's the first goal of the day to Rick Harding. Bannockburn now. 1 goal straight. Corio yet to score, and we are 5 minutes in to the first quarter.
Well, they look okay through midfield, Peter.
Yeah, that was quite a good period of play. Although I thought Woodman didn't get the support he got in the half-back line there. The Bannockburn boys seemed to shark off him a bit and were able to run the ball out. But yeah, the ball's still fairly light, able to be moved around fairly easy.
Well, waiting for the footy to come back. The LBW Chartered Accountants first quarter scoreboard shows Bannockburn 1 straight goal, 6 points. Corio yet to score, and 4.5 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. The Tigers starting well in midfield, and Alan Woodman just coming across to speak to umpire Hockey about something. I don't know what that was.
I think he just wanted a bit of interpretation there. He see if it was a mark or not.
Oh, right. Well, back in the centre, Tresize and Woodman. Ball thrown up again. Tresize gets it to Clinton Shaw, handball, missed Connors. Kelvin Keating running through. Cullen backing back, on hands and knees now, tries to push it out the back. He does so. Rucks there. Handball out to the wing. Toolman grabs it. Handball over the top to nobody in particular. It's okay, though. It comes off. Kick quickly towards centre-half forward. Running onto it, Christian Shaw, Howard as well. There's Colliger. Turns around. In fact, it was O'Brien. Gets his first kick in GDFL footy around the corner. Harding swoops. Gets his second goal in a minute. And good roving by Rick Harding in the forward line. His second goal. And O'Brien there, Peter. A good little kick around the corner to start things off for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to start up. Better than dropping your first one, I suppose.
So Bannockburn, 2 straight goals, 12 points. They lead Corio, who yet to score, and good passage of play at the midfield by the Tigers once again.
They crossed the ball well then. Like you could see, the pack was coming across to the clubroom side of the ground, and they were able to change direction. Pretty smart footy.
Well done by Gary Toolman too, Peter, getting it over to Stephen Gadd. to kick the ball long. He had good vision there and gave it out.
Yeah, good stuff.
Woodman versus Tresize. Ineffective knockout there. Ball comes out wide. Race for the ball now. It's on. It's kicks it forward, and it's a push out, and it's gone out of bounds. That was Danny Ruck for Corio chasing the ball with the skipper, Calvin Keating. Looks like a fairly athletic type, young Calvin Keating. Woodman versus Tresize. Woodman using his bulk and experience again. Gets it down to Danny Ruck. He goes long. And Doug Cornwall misses the mark. It's forced forward. Here's a chance for Paul Wentworth. Spills the mark. Lonnie Cousins, he's grabbed. Gets the ball out though, wide. Attempt to kick off the ground. Keeps going forward, and a nice mark taken. They cross play here. Bannockburn comes out to Kevin Connors. He's got plenty of time. Clinton Shaw, he's loose on the wing. Dan O'Brien gets the ball. He gathers it up. There's a lead from Habib into the pocket. Won't get to him, and that's out of bounds in the forward pocket in front of the Bannockburn members. Bannockburn 2 goals straight. Corio yet to score. And Corio just seem to be suffering up forward there. They're getting the ball to half forward. They're falling down. The Bannockburn defence is on top. Woodman and Tresize again.
Good switch of play by Delahunt there from the back line for the Tigers also. Tresize gets it down to the front. Wayne College are wrapped up. Bennett just tries to push it along, only as far as Clyden though. Leaves it for Tresize. Fresh air shot, can't get the ball away. Baker in tight, gets it out to Keating, who is sitting on the half-back flank. He tried to measure the pass now. Has he done so to Cornwall? Is it going to sit for him? No, he can't keep it in. Henderson coming across, making sure the ball is out of bounds. So we're going to have a boundary thrown at half forward for the Tigers. 6.5 minutes gone in the GDFL match of the day, live and exclusive on 89.1 Country FM this afternoon from Victoria Park. Woodman and Tresize will have a big battle this afternoon. Woodman over the back, both hands to it, to the front of the pack. Danny Ruck wrapped up, gets his hands away though to Cornwall. Handball chopped off by Henderson, who thumps it towards Clinton Shaw. Runs through a pack, fantastic play, been in good form. Goes towards centre half forward, Clyden off the back of the pack now. O'Brien roves it beautifully. Handball, fantastic to Ronnie. Ronnie one kick, Ronnie one goal. Pilgrim has kicked his first, and great play Dan O'Brien, who's been very influential in the first 6.5 minutes on that half-forward flank. Got it easily to Ronnie Pilgrim and finished it off with his first goal of the day. So Bannockburn 3 straight goals, 18, and they lead Corio yet to score on the LBW Chartered Accountants' first quarter scoreboard here at Victoria Park. Peter O'Brien looks a handy pickup, and all that stuff you were telling me during the weeks come to fruition. You told me he was a star in the making.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just think in a short period of time he'll have a badge to say that he's got exactly that.
Yeah.
But we won't go into that.
He's joining Mr. Comrie next week, isn't he? Back in the centre, Tresize and Woodman. Tresize gets his left hand to it. In close quarters, Connors gets a kick away towards centre half forward. Pilgrim again. Little push, not found by the umpire. So it's play on the call. Shaw roves the pack well at the front. Gets his kick around the corner, but Bennett gets across in the last line of defence for Corio and takes a saving mark. Goes short towards Cullen. Good pick up on the half volley. Gets it over the top, McFadden. He tries to switch play. Matty East will be there against Ruck. Matty East got a bit of support with Henderson if he can get it back to him. He can't do so. Keating tries to take it himself. Now comes to Cornwall. East, though, keeps his feet. And Connors now. Good hands. East still there. Handball. Oh, going to put Rose under a bit of pressure. Can't pick it up. Baker, though, pushing the back. Free kick in the middle. Nathan Rose for Bannockburn.
Takes his kick now. Goes wide to the flank. Keating in the muck there against O'Brien as well. Connors sharking the ball.
Oh.
And,
where are you, umpire?
Yeah, he got it too.
Yes, it was against Lonnie Cousins, that one. Kevin Connors to take it, pushed there deliberately. Kevin Connors to take the resulting free kick on the half-forward flank. Big gap there in the Bannockburn forward line for the fellas to run into. Goes short across to Matty East. He goes further across the field. Goes towards the centre of play. That's been missed by Steve. Who's that one? Stephen Gadd. Mick Howard overruns the ball. Comes to Clyden. He's shepherded by Ronnie Pilgrim. Ball in dispute. They all pile up on it, and it comes out, and it's out of bounds for a throw-in.
About 45 metres around from the Bannockburn goal. They've done most of the attacking. The ball's only really been in the Corio forward line once.
Woodman to go up against Tresize. Woodman gets the tap again. He's going to dominate there, Woodman, but the Bannockburn fellas are just reading it right off him. And Matthew King, that's out in the full.
Johnny,
Yes.
I think around the ground, Woodman's going to certainly dominate, but Tresize in the ruck, I reckon he's been holding his own.
Yeah, he's got a good leap. There's no, I think once again, just the experience and everything, Peter, there. Woodman's obviously going to dominate, but he's putting up well. Tresize, he'll keep running, that's for sure. Here comes Henderson through the middle, gets a handball out to Connors. He's starting to get a fair bit of the ball. Goes out to Christian Shaw. Gets a kick into the middle. Pack starting. Oh, here it comes out to the Bannockburn fella. He's got someone loose. Punch required by the Corio. That's good sharking by the ball. Dan O'Brien lines up. That is another goal to Bannockburn. 4 goals straight, and they are just going away. Corio will have to do something to get the ball down there, I think, into their forward line. They're just a good side, Bannockburn, aren't they, Jason?
Great hands off the back there by Habib to O'Brien, and he kicks his first. And Bannockburn, as John said, 4 goals straight, 24 now. Corio yet to score on the LBW Chartered Accountants first quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. And Peter, they look good across half forward, certainly.
Yeah, they do. I think the difference is they're trying to keep the ball off the ground and keep it moving, and I think that's very important at this early part of the game.
Woodman and Tresize once again in the middle. Tresize uncontested in the ruck, goes to Connors again. They're working well. The 1-2 goes towards centre half forward again, getting across there. Ronnie Pilgrim is a kick number 2, goal number 2. He goes long, straight over the umpire's tit for tat, easy as you like. And Pilgrim, 2 kicks and 2 goals. And this afternoon we're going to keep a tally of how many kicks Ronnie has, because I'm sure half of them will at least be goals. He's had 2 this afternoon, two goals already. And, Bannockburn have got the break they would have liked at the start of the game. 5 straight goals, 30 points. Corio yet to score on the LBW Chartered Accountants first quarter scoreboard. And the coach of the Devils, Alan Woodman, will certainly have to make some quick changes, I would think, to try and get the Devils back into this first term.
I don't think the Corio boys are doing anything wrong. I think they're not strong enough at the ball at the moment. Not that that's a down thing. I think they're just being beaten genuinely for the ball. It's not as if they're making wrong decisions.
Woodman and Tresize go up. Woodman wins the tap. Sharked well there on the half-back line. That's young Clint Shaw. He's gone off the ball. O'Brien's back onto it. East runs down. Handball over the top. That's a good one to Christian Shaw. Wayne Colliger and Clint Shaw again gets the handball. He fakes the handball. He's going to give it to O'Brien. Decides to line it up for himself. But he's off target. Goes through for 1 behind. That's the first point for the day to Bannockburn. They're now 5-1-31.
Should drag him, John.
Yes, I was going to say to get dragged for that.
No, he set the play up well there.
So
Matthew King to bring the ball back into play.
So 5-1 to Bannockburn. Corio yet to score. Kick in, goes towards Woodman. Tresize, thump away at the back by Dalla Hunt. Still at half back. Comes out towards Nathan Rose. And a kick around the corner towards Baker. Getting back there, Dalla Hunt as well. Tries to tap it on. Knocked off by Cornwall. Cornwall, handball, back in board towards Baker. Looking for him. Doesn't find him, though. On hands and knees, Toolman. Gets a quick handball out. Okay. Towards half back. But taking an uncontested mark. And that's Dean Leach. And he'll go quickly towards the wing. Boyle gets knocked off. It was a push. Yes, it was. Against Toolman and also O'Brien. So Boyle, and he'll take the free kick just on the defensive side of the wing. Goes towards half forward. O'Toole in front from behind. Big thump away Broad. Kelvin Keating rose in front of the pack. Fantastic hands to Paul Baker. Gets around Broad, then gets his kick away under pressure. Matty East in front. Oh, good overhead mark, and plays on quickly. Runs from the half-back line for the Bannockburn Tigers. Goes wide towards Toolman. Handball, they want to keep it moving. O'Brien, hands inside to Christian Shaw. Kelvin Keating coming at him. He hands back. Oh, he's going to get in trouble. Gets it back to him out of bounds, though. And just a little bit fancy on the wing there by Bannockburn. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in.
But, Jace, those kind of things don't hurt. They're trying to move the ball as if it's dry. I don't think that's never going to be a problem. It just makes you confident, I think. Builds your confidence up.
Woodman wins the tap out. Connors goes in again to get the ball out. O'Brien, he does look like a good type of player. He kicks the ball up high around the corner. Toolman to go up with Matty King. King takes the mark and will centre the ball. No, he goes short. That's Calvin Keating. He's made good position there on the wing. goes back looking for an option. It's just a great big pack up there at half forward for Corio. Looking there for Alan Woodman. Tresize with him. Big pack of players. Tresize takes the mark. That's well done in the pack situation. Looking for someone short there. And the ball too close to the boundary line and out of bounds.
Looking for Gadd there, who has played the last couple of games in the seniors for Bannockburn on the Geelong Falcons list. And back in the seniors for Bannockburn last week against Geelong West and playing this afternoon. Boundary throw in. Woodman gets it to Keating. Slung off the ball. Should have been a free kick. None forthcoming. Goes towards half forward for the Tigers. Roved off the pack King now and also Ronnie Pilgrim. Ronnie, that's a kick, so that's not a goal. He gets it off the ground, but it's good because it gets to Wayne Colliger. Handball over the top. Clinton Shaw can run onto it. He's going to get wrapped up, but he slips over the crucial stage. Bennett, Clinton Shaw, kick smothered. Well done, Keating, but he gets back on it, turns around, have another kick on his right boot. Goes long now. Harding behind on this occasion. Oh, good mark. King in the last line defence for the Devils to relieve the pressure. Goes short to Howard in the back pocket. On the outer side, they keep going on that way, but O'Brien gets across there and takes an easy mark. And at half forward, plays on quickly, goes short, and it's okay. Finds Delahunt. And Steve Delahunt. Well, handball back to O'Brien, easy as you like. Gets another kick, measures the pass towards the full forward. Habib coming out because also McFadden. Tresize gets it back to Connors, gets around, left hand, handball. Didn't go anywhere in particular, Habib. Only as far as Keating relieves the pressure. Good too, because he gets it to Phil Ball at centre half back.
Good handball there by Boyle. Gets it out to King. King finds Lonnie Cousins. All he has to do is kick it up to O'Toole at full forward. Henderson coming back to affect the spoil.
Good mark.
But good mark. Oh! He's been run into, but gets the ball over to Doug Cornwall, and Doug Cornwall puts the first goal on the board for Corio. That was a lot better. That was great play there by the Corio fellas, Jason. Good mark there by Boyle. Handballed over the top. And they just had that loose man going all the way down to the goal line for an easy goal.
Yeah, good play from Kelvin Keating at half-back to get that ball out quickly. And Corio's first goals on the board. They're one straight. Bannockburn 5-1-31 on the LBW Chartered Accountants. First quarter scoreboard, 16 and a half minutes gone on the LBW Chartered Accountants' first quarter scoreboard. So more play like that needed by the Devils. Created the loose man from half-back and used it all the way up. Good mark, Barry O'Toole on the forward line. And a quick thinking kick over the top to Doug Cornwall. And he put his first on the board and the Devils first. So 25 points of difference now. Middle stages of this first term. Umpire Hockey to throw the ball up once again in the middle. And Tresize and Woodman. And Tresize again goes up with that left hand, gets it down. Cullen in the middle, in close quarters, gets a little kick away. Delahunt, who's been pretty good on the half-back line, kicks out wide towards King and Ronnie Pilgrim. Wayne College is there. Oh, great pick up in the wet too, one-handed. Gets it around the corner towards Clinton Shaw. He can't take it with him. Paul Baker's there also. On hands and knees, Wentworth. In fact, it was O'Brien. And a free kick found for a push, and it's going to go to Bannockburn, and it looks like it's going to go to Kevin Connors, one of the smallest men on the ground, but has been very, very influential in midfield for the Tigers so far. Kick at centre half forward. He's waiting for a lead. He elects to go long to the goal square. O'Brien can mark uncontested. There was nobody. There was three players there for Corio. Ian Cockrell, a little bit too small as the one going up. And, well, Peter Walker's recruiting for the Bannockburn Football Club has paid dividends.
No, I did not.
Because Dan O'Brien has been probably the best player on the ground so far, and he walks in and kicks goal number 2, and a quick reply they needed.
Yeah, young Darren's one of these loyal boys, mate. All he wanted to do was play for any team with a Richmond footy Guernsey.
Oh, so he's a moron then, is that what you're saying?
Actually, he played last week with Tullybuck against, I think it was Kerrang, and kicked 4 at full forward, so he gets around a bit.
So he's kicked 2, and Bannockburn have kicked 6, 6-1-37. And Corio one straight goal, 6 points on the LBW Chartered Accountants first quarter scoreboard. So a good opening for the Tigers as they try and keep their undefeated record intact.
They will go very well. Woodman versus Tresize in the ruck as the umpire Hockey comes in. Throws the ball up. It's taken by Keating, who's actually affected the knockout. Connors gets a small handball out to Clint Shaw. Free kick's being paid, and that is coming back to Lincoln East. Looking for an option. He goes out to the forward or the half-forward flank. Ball spoiled there. Clyden, is it? Oh, no, that's Tresize out on the between half forward and wing. Ball goes out of bounds. A bit indirect there, but looking for an option to go forward. Tresize, Woodman again. Going up. Tresize gets the tap. That was very well done. Backhanded. Woodman off the ground. Goes out to Cornwall. Watches the ball go over the line. No, it's kept in by the Bannockburn fella. Howard and Clyden. Clyden meeting the ball, dropping the mark. Howard, good recovery. Gets the ball out to Dean Leach. At 54. Ball coming in. Keating. Danny Ruck gets the ball. That's a good pick-up, but loses it again. Goes in after it. Pack developing. Henderson's trying to get on the ball. Kick forward off the ground by a Corio player. That comes out now. Bannockburn repelled from defence. East, over the top. Alistair Broad, he's got a paddock to run in at the moment. Can touch the ball down once. Off the left foot. Ronnie gets the ball in the middle. Pilgrim. That's good. Christian Shaw. Got plenty of room. Habib coming out from full forward. Makes a bit of space for his teammate there. He's gone too far, holding the ball. Or the umpire's actually paid running too far.
So Habib there, running across the half-forward line. Didn't want to kick with the left boot, so ran too far in the end. Kick out is good to Danny Ruck on the wing. For Corio on the outer side, goes long towards half-forward, running back with the flight of the ball, Weston, and we'll get a free kick for interference from Delahunt there, who has been on top on half-back. So Damien Weston on the outer side, just outside 50. The lead from O'Toole off Broad. He goes in that direction now, but sets the ball up. Toolman coming across, and also Broad. Oh, good tackle too, was it? That's held in there. Yes, it was from Broad. And umpire Duthity come in. Lonnie Cousins with the footy on the bottom there. So it's going to be a ball up about 35 metres out from the Corio goal. Broad goes up with Boyle for the respective sides. Lonnie Cousins to Shepherd and does well. Quick kick back into the corridor, looking for O'Toole. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Off the back of the pack, Matty East just repels the attack. Goes back towards Gadd and also Leach out there on the boundary line. Kept in by Cousins. Weston there also. Running straight through the pack and being held onto. No free kick was Delahunt. Gets it back now and goes long towards centre half forward. Over the back, Howard in front, Clyden. No free kick in support. Got it out to Cullen and back to King. He runs into Cullen, then gets around on his right boot. Kick smothered by Clyden. Good work. Now they're in. Colliger can handball over top to Clyden, coming across Bennett. Keeps his feet. King. Kick off the ground, Ronnie Pilgrim. O'Breeze sitting back there on half forward by himself, but Pilgrim can't chase the ball down. It's going to be out of bounds on the outer side at half forward for the Tigers.
Who lead at the moment 6-1-37 to Corio. 1 goal straight on the LBW Chartered Accountant scoreboard. Waiting for the boundary umpire to throw it in. It's on the half forward flank for Bannockburn, going to the members' end. Woodman versus Tresize. Woodman wins the tap, but it comes straight out to Colliger. He's going back looking for someone that was... I can't pick that fella up over there.
It's Christian Shaw.
Christian Shaw looks for a lead. There's plenty of offerings at the moment. Clint Shaw goes up. Rove by Connors, getting it through. Clyden, quick kick, but it's hit the post. It was a good attempt there. Quick thinking, 1 point to the Bannockburn side. They go to 6-2-38. Corio, 1 straight goal. Matty King to bring the ball back into play. Kicks it out in the Woodman direction. Tresize up with him there as well. So too Gadd. Good play by Tresize. They knock it forward. Bannockburn just keep offering. They're forcing it forward. Calvin Keating gets the ball. He had Danny Ruck out wide, but it's gone closer to Christian Shaw. Or Clint Shaw. If he can keep it in play, they're half a chance. He can't. Ball goes over the boundary line and it will be thrown in the forward pocket for Bannockburn. They are doing okay. Alan Woodman and Tresize go up. Woodman using his bulk, gets it down. Keating taps it on as well. Quick kick into the middle there. Nigel Tresize gets a long kick up for Habib to take the mark over the top, and he has done so. Good use of the body there, just a little bit stronger. And he will line it up from 1 metre out directly in front. Now, he won't miss this one, Jason.
I wouldn't think so. He's been a fairly consistent goal kicker with the Tigers. He's kicked 16 this season, and this will be number 17 as he comes in point blank range.
Through.
And puts his first on the board.
I was just checking his head out in the club rooms earlier. All he needs is a few pitches on his arms, and he'd really remind you of Robbie McGee, wouldn't he? He's got those big whiskers and not much hair.
He's got the goatee going. He's a good goal kicker, 17 for the season now. That's his first this afternoon. Bannockburn 7-2-44. And they lead Corio one straight goal, 6 points on the LBW Chartered Accountants. First quarter scoreboard, 23.5 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock in the GDFL match of the day. Live and exclusive on 89.1 Country FM. And waiting for the ball to come back into the centre for the big men to do it all over again. So the close to siren time for quarter time, and the Tigers have got that 6-goal break, and that'll be very, very hard to bring back.
Woodman, Tresize goes over the top, gets it down, well sharked by Baker. He gets the ball out to the half-forward line for Corio. Boyle coming out, just runs straight into that fella, held on to him.
Nathan Rose.
Well done by Nathan Rose. Gets the handball out to Matty East. He's picking up a lot of possessions. Ronnie Pilgrim coming out from the half-forward flank. He's got a little bit of a break there on him. This ball sits for him well. Habib coming out from full forward. Doesn't get there. Clyde climbs over the top. Well done by Habib. Kicks it to the front of the square, but it's all Corio who should get it out of play. Howard safely watches it over the boundary line, and it's going to be thrown in the forward pocket right next to the behind post. With Bannockburn leading 7-2-44. They're a chance to get another goal here before the end of the quarter. And Corio, that's the last thing they could afford to have happen. Woodman gets the tap, but it's Tresize also. They both just had a piece of it of each other. Woodman trying to barge through, does so. He's got the ball in front of him and runs it out.
So another boundary throw-in. This time about 20 metres around from the Bannockburn goal, so the Corio defence will have to work overtime here again. Make sure there's no late goals in this first term. Woodman and Tresize. Woodman on the right side, gets a big fist to it towards King at the front of the pack. Handball's okay to Bennett, but coming at him, Connors. Got the ball further afield though. Free kick found, and it's for down the field against King. Well, now it's going to be reversed. Bennett pushed Kevin Connors and has lost the footy. So Connors now, to keep the pressure on the Devils' defence, goes in short. Oh, there's nobody there though. Woodman coming across and taking a timely mark in the last line of defence for Corio. Wanted to try and switch play, but there was nothing on offer. So he elects to go straight down the middle, the shortest way home, goes towards Boyle, and free kick found for a hold. It's going to go against Corio, and Bannockburn to take it in midfield. It's going to go to Steve Delahunt. Delahunt plays on now, wants to move it quickly, goes towards Clinton Shaw, slips at the crucial stage, ruck, but it comes back to Shaw. He gets wrapped up, good tackle too by McFadden. Comes out towards Colliger, that's Wayne, and he pushes it back out towards Rick Harding. He sits there, he can't pick the footy up. Pack develops, it still goes, the umpire lets it go. Wayne Colliger from the front of the pack, easy as you like. Good kick. And another goal to Bannockburn, and Wayne Colliger has kicked his first. And he's kicked Bannockburn's 8th. They're 8-2-50. And they lead Corio, who are one straight goal, 6 points on the LBW Chartered Accountants. First quarter scoreboard this afternoon, GDFL match of the day, round 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jono, you have a look at the scoreboard, you wouldn't pick it that it's still raining out here at Bannockburn.
No, that's right.
It hasn't stopped raining. It's been raining for the whole quarter. Unbelievable.
But Bannockburn are playing just good football at the moment, and you did ask me if it was a quarter-time score. I said they were going to be 7 goals up. Was it, Jason? Was it the end of the game?
I know. Our 3 goals and our 4-goal predictions are not looking too good at the moment.
I think at quarter-time, Alan Woodman will redress that situation. He'll stir them up, no doubt at all about that. Umpire Hockey about to throw the ball up again. Tresize coming at Woodman. Tresize wins the tap, does it well. Connor's in there, trying to get the ball out. Been wrapped up and will be thrown up again to start it all over. Corio need a late goal here just to give him a bit of confidence going into quarter time. Get something back. Tresize, he goes up. Gets a nice hit out. Baker trying to pick up the ball. He does so. Kicks it around the corner. Cornwall caught behind. Henderson does well. Gets the handball out to Delahunt. Delahunt goes out wide. He's got players streaming down the ground. He's retarded a bit there by the Corio player. Now told to play on. Connors, the ball goes out of play and will be thrown in on centre wing. with Bannockburn, 8-2-50. Corio, one straight goal on the LBW Chartered Accountant scoreboard. Ball goes up. Alan Woodman against Tresize, and Dan O'Brien coming over the top. Corio force it to their half-forward line, where once again it goes out of play, and we'll wait for the boundary umpire to throw it back in.
Been playing 29 minutes on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock in this first term. Boundary throw in Tresize and Woodman to do the ruck work again. Over the back, Toolman. Woodman worked hard on the ground also. Little tap out to Keating, who tried to push it on. He got legged, and will take a free kick in between wing and half forward on the outer side for the Devils here at Victoria Park. He goes long towards O'Toole. Broad with a hot... Oh, O'Toole. Well done. Worked Broad under the ball there, and took a good mark with his left hand and his left arm. And a late goal for the Devils. He wants to go short to Baker, and it's okay. Unattended there, so just brings the ball back around more in front of the goal, and still about 30 metres out. So it'll be a fair kick from Baker, who's been in good form. And he comes in now for goal number 2 for Corio. It's going to land in the square. Woodman over that goal, taking an uncontested mark in the goal square for Corio is Matthew Cullen. And it just sort of fell into his arms over the back of the pack there. And Cullen will have a chance to put Corio's second goal on the board. He's only 10 metres out, and he does so. So Cullen's first, and Corio's second. They go to 2 straight goals, 12 points, and they trail Bannockburn 8-2-50 on the LBW Chartered Accountants' first quarter scoreboard, and a 38-point difference with the Tigers in front in the GDFL Match of the Day, round 5 this afternoon.
Peter, the Corio fellas, they just need to work a bit harder at doing that, getting the ball out into the open spaces. They've been fairly well restricted by the Bannockburn boys. Well,
just looking at the number 2 for Bannockburn, Rob Henderson, he's been kind of roaming just across that half-back line all the time, and making it very difficult for the Corio guys to form an arrow through into their forward line. He's kind of cutting them off all the time.
Here they go again. Here's Henderson, the man we were just talking about. Gets a long kick down to Clint Shaw. Takes the mark. Oh, no, it's Clyden, sorry. Clyden's got Pilgrim running into the middle. Or Dan O'Brien. Here's a chance for Habib. Come over the top. Cockrell gets the ball out. Hit the post. Ronnie Pilgrim, ever the opportunist, tried to kick that one.
Well, Ronnie, lagging a bit. He's had 5 kicks, kicked 2 goals, 1 this afternoon. We'll have to speak to him, Sternley, quarter time.
Yeah, that was actually young Harding. Picked the ball up off the back of the pack, yeah. I don't think he's done too much wrong for a pocket player.
No, he's doing very well. Here, Clyde, and ball come out looking for Howard by King. Danny Ruck gets the ball out, but that's good play. Chipped it short, missed 10 metres, but opened the play right up. The siren's gone, and at quarter time we have Bannockburn 8 goals, 3, 51 to Corio, 2 straight goals, 12 points on the LBW Chartered Accountants scoreboard.
So it's 8-3 to 2 goals. The goal kickers at quarter time for Bannockburn, 2 each to Darren O'Brien, Rick Harding and Ronnie Pilgrim. Singles to St Habib and Wayne Colliger. For Corio, their goals, Doug Cornwall 1 and Matt on 1. We'll take a break on 89.1 Country FM and be back with the better players in the first quarter and a wrap up of the first term. Bannockburn 8-3, 51 lead. Corio 2 straight goals, 12 points. It's quarter time in the GDFL Match of the Day. Back with all the second quarter action after this on 89.1 Country.